Good morning, all. How we feeling? What's up, Ollie? Nima, Chuck, Colin, Phoenix, Casper? Looks like there's only 11 of you here, so we're just gonna have a chill session on this Monday morning. How was y'all's weekend, by the way? Morning, Martin. Yeah, Nimkins, I'm gonna probably be giving you a call. So I did get blackout curtains, but when we have them shut, I don't have any background lighting to separate myself from the background. So it's almost like it's too dark with them shut. But we can discuss that later, obviously. Morning, Scott. Cade, welcome. Hope you all had a good weekend. Mine was spent hanging this curtain and kind of doing a little redecorating in here. Yeah, it's amazing what even just one plant will do. Just a little pop of color. Still getting everything set up here on my end, so I might be a minute, but any of you trade the overnight session at all? I didn't really see much. Kind of wait for people to slowly roll in here. Looks like it's a fairly light news week. Oh, Casper, you got a complete... You're doing a complete renovation or something? I'm seeing these pictures. That's crazy. That's not your house, is it? Phoenix, you ate Nima's profit. Morning, Dave. Nice, Martin. Morning, Thomas. Welcome. People are still slowly filing in here. Just so you guys know, I am still trading the 50K combine. I am less than $800 away from passing this thing. So hopefully we can get that done today. That would be nice. That would be nice. Oh, Casper, that sucks. That's water damage. Oh, yeah, that's a mess. That is a mess. Join the club, brother. Join the club. I know all about water damage. Phoenix came back and ruined your entries. Oh no. Oh no. All right, so what I'm looking at today, market's about to open here in a minute. I'm thinking it could be kind of a consolidation week. I know Jackson Hole is coming up here soon. I know we have FOMC minutes on Wednesday. The minutes I don't really... I mean, they might play an impact. Really, what I think what everybody's waiting on is NVIDIA earnings on the 28th. That is something I will be looking at. I am thinking... This is the 15-minute chart that I'm looking at right now. So I put a level here at the overnight lows. I would be looking for longs off either one of these supports. But unless price comes back down to these levels, I will not be taking those longs. I don't want to be long anything up in here to the 740 to 760 area unless we get a clean break above and a hold above, at which point I would think the market wants to trend back towards that 20K level. But that is the only way I would be taking a long up here. Would be a break above, and for price to be holding above this 740 to 760 zone. Like I said, I think it might be a consolidation type week playing in a range. Yeah, Nimkins. Nvidia is going to be... Morning, Albu, by the way. Thanks for coming on Friday. That was awesome. Let me know how the, speaking of which, let me know how the music levels are on your guys' end as well, because I had to tinker with them when Albu came on, because you couldn't hear his mic, so I muted it and had to adjust it through OBS. Yeah, guys, speaking of which, over in Seeking Kappa, we want that group to be more of a supportive group, not bashing people or belittling people for the gains that they do make. I saw a comment on there over the weekend that was basically saying, you know, how do you compliment somebody after 3 days of trading? We are supportive. We are trying to compliment every success that any of us has. Trading is hard enough, rather than having people just belittle your successes. It was kind of upsetting to see that happening. So let's try to refrain from doing that to people, especially people that are newer to this whole thing. Trading is hard enough without having know-it-alls try and tell you how stupid you are. Yeah, Nimkins, it was really stupid. Mousie's in there every single day, working as grinding, trying to learn as much as she can, and to have somebody come in that's been trading for, you know, years and years and years. It's almost like they forgot how it was to be a beginning trader. So when you see stuff like that happen, defend those beginning traders. You know, we're all here to pick each other up. We all have bad days. We all have good days. Yeah, it wasn't cool at all. It wasn't cool at all. Yeah, she's in there every day grinding. Every day grinding. And to have somebody belittle that, or basically call me out on complimenting her success that she had, was appalling. You know, that's part of the reason why none of us hang out in other Discord servers anymore, is because we wanted to avoid things like that. We're here to support each other, no matter the level of trader that you're at. But with that being said, let's move on. Yeah, Dave. They have not been directly correlated lately. It's kind of been strange. Normally they are correlated, but it's almost like they've been inversely correlated. Looks like we got a light group in here today. Only 16 of us so far. Yeah, Chris. I mean, there's not going to... It's going to be a light week. I don't think you're going to see massive moves this week. I think everybody's waiting for next week. There'll be opportunities. But there's not going to be as many opportunities, I don't think. Could be wrong. Who knows? The market's been crazy lately. Yeah, Nimkin. Some of the people live on the West Coast, so it's early for them. I mean, you're looking at 6:30 in the morning their time. I'm not worried about it. I'm fine with just hanging out with you guys. I'm perfectly fine chilling with you guys and chatting with you all. Like Kevin's saying, the TikTok indicators opened down, last hour up. I'm going to try and do a better job of keeping my charts in focus for you guys as well. I realize that when I have smaller candles, it's not as visible on the stream. I mean, my charts are on a 27-inch monitor, so they seem big enough for me, but looking at the stream, I can tell how it might be a little confusing, especially to see levels. Try and fatten them up for you. Fatten these candles up. Yeah, Nimkins is the court case. Yeah, I could tell Annan wasn't too happy about me posting those charts. He was trying to call Phoenix out on not having boxes on a screenshot. And I was thinking to myself, well, I've seen plenty out of this guy that don't have boxes on them. So let me find one here quick. Yeah, Phoenix, the lawyer didn't do you any favors. Wasn't doing any favors. But I think the lawyer, in his defense, was confused as to what specific requirements were for entrance. And I'm sure any random people that tune into this stream are probably like, what is this guy talking about? Court cases and... Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Nimkins, I'm not sure how that flipped on its head and turned into you being put on probation. I think Annan's still holding a grudge for the burning box emote. Yeah, Phoenix, the timing, the timing of that audio clip couldn't have been more perfect. It was, oh, I was dying. I was dying on this end. I literally fell back on this bed that's sitting behind me. All right, I need to pay attention to the charts. This was a good long down here from 540. Yeah, that is a crazy difference between the ES and NQ right now. Charts look entirely different. Let's go back to the 5-minute here. Yeah, Dave, I was thinking that too. I really wanted it to come down here and run those overnight lows and then wick it back up. That would be ideal setup. It'd be hard to enter with price coming down that heavy prior to it hitting support. I don't like to front run those levels. I like to see it grab those levels. Actually, while we're waiting here, I'm not going to be executing anything around this 600 level, so let's take a look at what our friend Albu had to say this morning. Alright, so his key level is that 19,006 where we're testing right now. Buy areas are a lot lower. I like this sell area as well. Although I think if we get above 750, that 740 to 760 area, I'm pretty sure this is where we're heading. Nice, Cade. Congrats. Guys, give a GG for Cade in the chat. First week on the funded account, positive. That's well done. Well done. Dave. Nice dad joke, Dave. That's a good one. I like it. Yeah, Kate, that first time you get a funded account is I remember being excited yet nervous the first time I was in a funded account. My first funded account I technically still have. It's my live account. So I was able to hold on to that one. Yeah, I guess I better be careful, Nimkins. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Couldn't believe what I was reading. he didn't directly go at Mousy. He more or less, it almost seemed like he was coming at me. And I could have just taken it out of context. I'm not sure. I didn't ask any questions, but that's the way that I took his comment. And then to have somebody else come in and say same, it was like, come on, brother. Yeah, Kate, it's different because it's real money all of a sudden. It's not just Combine. Oh, I can reset my Combine. It's I just paid an activation fee and everything, and now it's real money to be earned. So yeah, the psychology is different. There will be different emotions tied with it. Yeah, Nimkins, I don't know if it was taken out of context or not. I just wanted to reiterate to everybody that that's not how we do things in there. Or that's not how I would want things to be done anywhere, to tell you the truth. Not just in Seeking Kappa, but anywhere. Like, be supportive, guys. This is hard enough. Trading is hard. Not just in trading, but in life in general. Like, don't belittle people if they're excited about some success and have good feelings about what's taken place. You know, like, that's just, come on. There's no need for the combative belittling anywhere in life. There's enough bad things that happen in the world. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no need for it. You already feel bad enough when you do take those losses, Nimkins. It's... You know? You beat yourself up enough about it. You don't need other people piling on. It's like you already feel bad enough. You don't need to be smacked while you're down. Yeah, Kay, just take it slow, brother. Those funded accounts, before you know it, you'll be building that account slowly. You know, don't look for the home run. Once you get a nice cushion on the account, then you can size up. But I would say get to payout. As soon as you can afford a payout. Is it a 50K, Cade? Is it a 50K account or is it a 150K account? What size? It's a 50K? Yeah. Yeah, so I'd say when you hit that, I don't know. I think I took my first payout when my balance was at 3,000. I just pulled 1,000 out to leave that max drawdown on the account was what I did, just to make sure that I locked it in and got my money back. And then a little bit. But do what you're comfortable with. You know, if you want to have 4 or 5 grand in there, you know, wait till you have $5,000 account balance and pull 1,000 out. Pay yourself, reward yourself. we're blaming Kevin's TikTok indicators. Oh, that's funny. So how we doing, chat? Is anybody in a position right now? Anybody take any trades this morning so far? We're only 20 minutes into the market open, so looks like people are still filing in. We got 21 in here right now. Yeah, Phoenix. Kev shouldn't have to say it. Most of us know that, you know, you trade at your own risk. Oh, Martin, you're trying to get Bulenox? Let me know how that goes. I've only traded with Top Step and Apex. Those are the only two. Yeah, Tenor, I'm right there with you. No trades so far. Nimkins. 550 is the new 18,450. Yeah, Kevin. I mean, I anticipated this being slow, and we might not catch anything today. You know, we might be sitting around for a little while before a move actually happens. This was your best buying opportunity, but because it front ran overnight lows, it was hard to take. It was a gamble taking that. You would have been risking a lot. Nipkins. The gold level thing was a one-time thing. Phoenix, you want to see a 5,000 point dump? Down to 14K? Yeah, motivation. You found your edge. It's luck. I mean, that's part of trading. Is intuition. I know we try to eliminate it as much as possible, but it still plays a large role. You know, so to some extent, yes, it's luck, but we try to eliminate as much of that out of the equation as possible. Nimkin's the first part of the lighting setup is to add a gold level on my charts. I'm not gonna do it. I don't like that level. I don't want to be executing off of it. I would say most of the chat can agree my levels over a long period of time have been very useful where they're at. So I'm going to continue to post my levels as I see them. I understand. I understand. And now you might see a full retrace of that move. I understand it just paid. However, it happened early, and I don't want to be that active that early. I'm trying to get this combine done. We're pretty close. Pretty close to being done with it and finally earning some real money on a live stream. And guys, when I do get funded, I will still only trade that XFA on the live streams, so that there's full transparency with everything that happens on camera. If it comes back down there, you're probably sweeping overnight lows, Nimkins, at this point. Buyers didn't have enough to push it up through. Anybody grab the short off this value area high? I'm sure if Annan was here, he'd be all over it. But I know I think he has heavy workloads on Mondays and Tuesdays. That's why we don't hear from him until late afternoon on those days. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for football season. I know the college football season starts this Saturday. And I think there's actually a pretty big game on Saturday evening. And I know all you non-American viewers probably don't watch American football. But it's the best time of the year. It's the best time of the year. At least for me it is. No, Phoenix, I don't do sports betting. My focus is on the markets as far as earning money is concerned. I have done fantasy football in the past, but it's been years since I've done any of that. Are we talking about soccer, the real football? Is that what we're talking about? I see all the Europeans chiming in right now. That's funny. Yes, I know. I know. Us stupid Americans call it soccer. The one thing I wish about that, I wish there was more scoring. It just seems like it's such a hard, it's probably different if you go live to a game, you know, because of the crowd atmosphere and all that. But it's a hard watch for me, other than really big tournaments on television. It's a hard watch. Dude wants to start a riot. I'm just being honest. What is soccer? Yeah. Oh, I agree completely, Nimkins. I agree. The advertisements and the timeouts constantly so that the leagues make money is absurd. I agree. Even worse, try and watch a basketball game. You know how many timeouts there are in a basketball game? You literally get like 2 to 3 minutes of action and then it's commercial break. It's horrible. Horrible. It's a horrible watch. Ah, Kate, I don't know about that. You think it's a better celebration in soccer? I don't know. I think you need to tune into some American football. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I played football growing up. American football. I played soccer as well. I definitely enjoyed football more than I enjoyed soccer. Cade, I'm going to send you YouTube videos of English people watching American football environments. And I think you will be shocked. I think you will be shocked. I know you think it's raucous in those well, I'll call them soccer stadiums over there. You have no clue, brother. You have no idea. You have zero idea. Our football stadiums seat 100,000 plus. Put it that way. 100,000 plus. Nimkins, I challenge you to full sprint for 20 seconds. Full sprint. Take a 30-second little breather while you run back to a huddle, call the play, and then do it all over again and repeatedly. I challenge you. I challenge you. And I see soccer players standing around a lot. All right. I see them kick the ball back and forth across the field, and you know, those back defenders kick the ball back and forth across the field for minutes at a time. Minutes at a time while everybody else is just standing around watching. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, you might not cut to commercial break, but they're doing a lot of standing around. They are not full sprinting for 45 minutes. All right, brother? They are not. I have watched the games. You can't fool me there. They're not full sprinting that entire time. All right? Football games are 60 minutes, Nim. And I realize my opinion might be a hot take for some of you in here. I do realize that. Nimkins, you will find no arguments out of the constant commercial breaks and all that. You will find no arguments here. I don't agree with it. I know why they do it. It's because they generate money. Yeah, Phoenix, that's what I'm waiting for. I want them to sweep overnight lows, and they might not give it to us this morning. They might just chop all morning. Mondays are generally like this, though. Yeah, we really need this to break below 550 just so we can't have Nimkins gloating again about his level. I really wanted to get out of this little range. Sorry guys, just doing some adjusting on my ES charts right now. Didn't mess with them this morning. Yeah, you guys tell him. Get Nim's level out of your way. So we got 20 people in here. Chop, chop, chop. Kevin, are you still in here? Are you sitting on your hands? I really want it to run overnight lows before we do anything. Because below, it's got room down into 400 if we are holding below the 540. But I'm not going to force anything. We're too close to passing this combine, so I'm going to be patient. What do I need? About 40 points. Oh, you're short? Where are you short from? Kev? Oh no. You're taking some heat. Yeah, it's just gonna be choppy. I think it'll come back at some point for you, but there's no catalyst today. There's no catalyst. Let me see what volume's doing. Yeah, that's relatively light for an open as far as volume is concerned. And it seems like liquidity is fairly split, if not higher right now. All this. So you might have to take a little heat. Yeah, Phoenix, a large part of it is timing. But you can kind of tell on higher time frames where the market wants to get to. Or at least I can. It's the timing that's hard to get. Yeah, Phoenix. The VWAP chop is rough. That's why I don't execute around VWAP normally. I'd prefer to be executing away from VWAP and just monitor price as it gets there. Donna, I'm not sure if it wants more upside. 630 looks like a magnet right now. A little bit higher. Let me see what we got up even higher than that. It's not much above. So it looks like we might be chopping this, you know, 600 to 650 area for a while, which won't give me an entry, unfortunately. But I'm thinking slow grind up right now. Slow grind higher for the next little bit. I got a level on the ES at, what is this at? 55.94. That seems like a target. 55.95. Seems like a target for the ES. If you guys want to see my ES levels, I'll pull that chart over here. This is what I have on ES. Just so you guys can see it. Looks like it's got almost a double top here at 55.92. I think that gets ran. Albu YM's flying today. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, I've just never traded the Dow. I've never traded the Dow. I guess I should start looking at other things as well, rather than just trading the NASDAQ and ES. Boomers lining up at the Lambo dealer? What'd you guys think of MacBot's weekly recap? We're trying to do something different than all these other traders are doing with our content. We're trying to do, you know, I don't want to do the talking head thing, daily recap that every single trader does to have more content. We needed to figure out a way that we could make it easier on Mason time-wise. I thought he killed that video. I thought he did a great job. It's just hard when like you get a little, I don't want to say demoralized, but when you look at what others, some of these other like smaller traders are putting out and the content that they're putting out, and then you compare what we're doing and they're getting thousands of views, it's like what do people want out there? You know, what do people want to see? You know, you're sitting there thinking, our videos are better than this. Our videos are better than this. And these people are getting thousands upon thousands upon thousands of views. And here we are putting out this content and it's getting like 40 views. And we can't figure out why that is. And we don't know if it's something on our end that we're missing, some sort of setting in YouTube, or whether it's, you know, clickbait titles or what it is. We can't figure it out. I mean, we're trying to, but and let me tell you how hard it is to get people to hit the subscribe button as well. I feel like we've been stuck on 130 for a week now. Yeah, Sanders, you know, a large part of that is I don't expect a huge increase in numbers, but when you look at some of these other small content creators that are traders that are kind of doing something similar, and you look at the video quality and the editing and stuff like that, it's like, I mean, really? Yeah, Phoenix, and I don't understand it, but he doesn't have to subscribe. He's his own man. Yeah, Sanders, not vaping and gambling. I do realize that two things sell on the internet: stupidity and sex. So unless I feel like getting super jacked and trading with my shirt off, which all you would tune out at that point, I'm not going to be alienating my audience for that. I don't, and we don't do something that involves stupidity, or that shouldn't involve stupidity. Let's face it, there are stupid traders out there, but, and not only that, the approach that I'm taking with this, I'm not going to be putting up massive numbers for a little bit. And I do think once we get in the XFA and get past that trailing drawdown, the trades will kind of change. You'll see a lot bigger numbers because I'll be able to revert back to how I typically trade. But I think it's going to take posting those big numbers in order for there to be major traction on the channel. Yeah, Scott. I mean, it's honest. That's what I want. I wanted it to be organic. I don't want to be fake just for views. But I also would like to get Mason paid as quickly as possible. The kid is putting in so much work. On his end, it can seem demoralizing at times, and I realize he enjoys doing it, but and I enjoy doing it too. I mean, it's fun. It's fun, but it is a lot of work. And if you're not seeing any reward, what is all the work worth? Yep, that's the exact reason, Nimkins, why I didn't put the 550 gold level on there for you. Yeah, Kev, hang on to it. You wanted the sweep of the overnight lows. I would have a break-even stop in at this point. You don't want this coming back on you. Still got a little room to sweep them. But you'll get that sweep. Yeah, because you do deserve this. You've been gloating a lot. I can't believe it did not sweep those overnight lows. All right, guys, what I'm looking for down here is a sweep of 520, a hold of 500, a reclaim of 520 for the long back up into the range. But I would need to see it grab this liquidity down here. All this. Yikes. Yeah, Chris, the range play is smart. Well, they just bought it right back into the range. I can't believe we didn't sweep overnight lows there. Can't believe it. Well, I will sit back here. Yeah, Kate, I'm right there with you. I haven't seen anything that I like yet. This happened way too fast, this recovery, for me. Way too fast. To get that close to sweeping the overnight lows and just to bounce right back into the range, 50 points. On consecutive 5-minute candles like that, that's gross. Kev, did you get out of your position? Sure hope you took profits down there. I mean, how gross is this? What do you have here? You have a, what's the top of this wick? 614 roughly. Down to 528. So, 80-point sell-off, we'll say. 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes later, you got a over 50-point buy-up. That's pretty gross. That's pretty gross. Right back into VWAP. Oh, Kev, were you targeting overnight lows? Oh, is it just gonna be a VWAP chop kind of day where it only gives you a minute or so outside of the VWAP area? Oh, you got a positive order block at 19.5? I mean, it seemed like that's where it wanted to grab. I mean, look at all of this in through there. But now I almost think it sweeps back up before it goes back down. I mean, that's pretty much a full retrace of this sell-off. Real close. I need this thing to draw to either break these tops or break these bottoms so that we can see what kind of reaction we have. I'm not opposed to a 650 short, considering it's looking like a range day. Yeah, I agree. It's... Oh, nice. You're up 120 points on the day. Abu, you've been trading really well lately. A lot better than myself. Yeah, this is rough, guys. I don't know what to do. I mean, on the 15-minute, it almost looks like a really overextended bull flag, but I would need to see the clean break above. It's rough. Looks like there's still 17 of you in here. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. Yeah, Don, I agree. Do nothing. Do nothing. Yeah, but you're adding into winning positions. I still have a hard time doing that. It seems like when I'm averaging in, it's always dollar cost averaging down and not up. I need to learn how to harness that. And I was really hoping to get this combine done today, but I don't know that I'm going to be given the opportunity unless I sit on the stream for for a few hours. I mean, initial balance is set now. So IBH is 625. IBL is 528, 529. What, Chris, when I find out how to average into a winning position? Yeah, I haven't figured it out yet. It's hard to bring your average entry closer to current price when you're in a winning position, just psychologically for me. But then there's the side that, okay, if you're in a winning trade and you still like the direction that the trade is going, you know, would that next setup be a setup that you would look for if you weren't in a current position? I can see that being a way that I could average into a position. People always ask me, well, why don't you cut a winning position and just get back in on the pullback? And I always tell them, you know, if I'm thinking about doing that, why would I not just add more size and still maintain my better entry? It would just make more sense to me to do that rather than cut my position for the profits, wait for the pullback, and get back in at a higher price or lower price, whichever direction I was trading in. And I think maybe that's the way that I need to start adding into my winners. Is just if I see a setup and I'm still confident about the direction of my trade, adding in on those pullbacks would be the way to do it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I have a lot of traders tell me though that hey, why didn't you just get out and then just get back in on the pullback? But in my mind, it would make more sense just to add another contract and add more size at that point rather than cut my my grade entry. Yeah, Khaled. I mean, good traders generally have that ability. I'm not there yet. Psychologically, for some reason, it's just pulling my average entry closer to current price in a winning position is hard for me to do. I do let my winners run. You all have seen that. That's not like that. I just generally don't add size into winners for some reason. I don't know why. But that's probably the next step in my progression as a trader, is being able to do that. Well, this is not ideal, guys. This chop is not it. I mean, I've sat around here, what, for an hour and 20 minutes now almost? Hour and 15 minutes? And we have had really two moves, one down and one up, and it happened really fast. Now the question is do I long off VWAP? do I play that game and risk getting chopped up? That feels like I'd be forcing something, though. Yeah, Khaled. I guess the idea, it'd probably be a good idea to practice on micros, adding into winners. Far less risk involved. Yeah, Martin, that's my fear. That is my fear exactly. You know, you add into the winner, you bring that average cost up, and all of a sudden the market reverses and you've lost everything that you had. Yep. I'm right there with you. Nothing worse than being in huge profit and watching that thing come all the way back on you and only getting out with a small bag. Nothing worse. Time for an ad to the winner video. Yeah, guys, Albu is going to be, well, I assume he's going to be working on some content for you guys on his YouTube channel, which is linked in the last weekly recap that Mason did, if you guys want to subscribe to him as well. In fact, no, not if you want to. Go subscribe to Albu. Oh, we got a Mason appearance. Just along the top of the range, never fails. It's a Mason guarantee. All right. Yeah, guys, if you could, smash that thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. Still feels weird saying things like that, phrases like that. Morning, doctor. Welcome. Glad you could join us. Thanks, Doc. Yeah, it feels strange saying things like that, but I guess I better get used to it. Wait, what? What, Mason? You are my mentor's mentor? Are you even speaking to me? No, doctor. I've been sitting on my hands. There was one opportunity that I was looking at. I wanted to see this sweep overnight lows. It just never got there. It came within well, let's see what they get to, 29. Got within a few points and just never swept it. And I was waiting for that sweep and the recovery for the hold long back up, and it just never got there. So now I wait, unfortunately. Really wanted to get this combine done, but doesn't look like I'm going to get it done today. Unless I want to sit in front of the camera for hours and hours and hours. Because the last thing I want to do is get in here and get chopped up and all of a sudden need 2 more days to pass this thing. How long have I been trading futures? A little over 3 years now. A little over 3 years now is how long I've been trading. There are guys here in the chat though that have been trading for 10 plus years. Kevin being one of them. I know there's a few others that have been trading much longer than I have. Nimkins, I don't know. I mean, after I get off stream here, I'll probably go eat something, rest my eyeballs a little bit before I have them glued to screens and lights again. But I will make it reasonable as far as UK time is concerned. Wait for the last 2 to 3 minutes of power hour. Yeah. Yeah. Imbalance. Or what people call the murder algo time. Yeah, I'm good on all that, Martin. I'm good on all that. Lose 40 points as quickly as possible. I'm doing the Top Step 50K Combine. Doc. My balance sits at 52,234. So I'm less than $800 away from passing this thing. 40-point trade would do it. And then we're on to the fun part of the live streaming, where we're actually earning real money. And the trading kind of changes for me as well. I'll be able to go back to what I typically do. Kevin, you're saying TikTok open down, last hour up. Define open, first and foremost. Because this, to me, looks like open up. Doc, I think you should do both. I agree with having a personal account to trade. I also agree with having a funded account to trade. You know, you can be far more aggressive and do a lot of the learning on a combine with much less risk. I think having a personal account will help you deal with trading live money emotions a little bit better. But there's far less risk involved while you're learning futures trading to go through a prop firm. And that's just my opinion. You do you, obviously. I mean, and feel free, chat, to give your opinions on the matter in the chat to Derp, to Dr. Derp. $9.45 to $10.15, top to bottom. Okay. And what's this candle? $10.15. So you're saying pretty much that first hour of trading. So initial balance is what your TikTok indicator includes. You smashed the combine. You feel no pain. Yeah, Kev. Okay. I just always wondered what, because I always saw you post open up, you know, lunch down, PM up, and I just didn't know like what defines the time. Yeah, Nemkins, I think that's accurate. We all are humbled by the market from time to time. All of us. All of us are humble. I've definitely tasted that piece of humble pie the market serves up from time to time, and it is bitter. It is not a good pie. Yeah, Doctor. I mean, you got to find which one works for you. I mean, if you like to trade minis, I would go with the higher accounts, you know, like the 150Ks. If you're more a micros type trader, which I would highly recommend beginning out, is trading micros. I realize the dollar amounts aren't as big, but it's far less risky, and you can see how good you are with your entries and executions overall, rather than risking so much money. I know it's hard sitting there watching other traders locking in thousands of dollars every day, but they also have days where they're losing thousands and thousands of dollars because of the size that they're trading. A lot easier to stomach a $200 loss than it is a $2,000 loss. Let's put it that way. Aw, Kev. TikTok, you should have been listening to the clock. Are you still holding that short position? Ah, who am I kidding? I know you're holding that short position. I know you better than that. Oh yeah, Martin, I agree. It's worse when you start adding zeros. People always tell you to not look at your P&L, just look at price, or look at points, point value. I mean, I think that's the way to do it if you're trading micros, but man, you look at that P&L when you're trading minis, and It'll kick you in the teeth when the trade's not going in your favor. No, I'm not worried about Kev Nimkins. Kev is not worried about anybody else's opinion other than his own. I've been trading with him long enough now. Kev holds his positions. He's got conviction. And Kevin also knows I would never kick him when he's down. In fact, all of you should know I'll never kick you when you're down. This is not something I do. I will never be one to claim that I know it all and this is the way that things are. I still have lots to learn. Lots to learn. I mean, the fact of the matter is I'm an average trader. I've just found a way to accurately identify levels. Like I said, I'm a better analyst than I am a trader. Dave, you're long 622. That's a good trade. It's working, panning out for you. You're far more risky than I am, trading the middle of the range and the chop up here near value area high. I think if we get a pullback and a hold of initial balance high, I'd probably hit that long. Yeah, the ES is... I mean, they're roughly moving with each other now, which is a good thing. They seem to be in sync. ES is a little stronger than the NAS is right now. All right, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, we back. Doctor, when do I choose to trade ES? I don't trade a whole lot of ES. I mainly trade NASDAQ. But if ES seems to be respecting the levels a little bit more than the NASDAQ, I will pop over there and put a trade on. Yeah, Dave. Like I said, I'm looking for the pullback into IBH right now for the long. Like maybe hold a 620. Only problem is we got VWAP resting right at 600 pretty much right now. Did we run pretty much all the liquidity? Got some up here at 700. Some just above 700. Let's see what's below. So it still seems fairly split. Just waiting around, guys. Nothing to do here. Maybe what I need to do for views is just start raging on these things. Start slamming my desk or breaking monitors or putting my eyeballs right up into the camera, acting a fool. Doctor, I just watched a lot of a lot of content on support and resistance, supply and demand. I watched Carmine Rosado. If you want to check out some of his videos, I mean, some people don't like him, but I think he knows his stuff. I'm not an ICT guy. No, Casper, it would be very uncomfortable for me to be fake and doing all that. I mean, eventually a little more of my personality will come out on the camera, I'm sure. I mean, I'm live and I'm hanging out with friends or people that I would consider friends, even though we haven't met in real life. but trading buddies at the very least. Punching Mason. Well, currently you are far closer in location to Mason than I. Nim. Yeah, Martin, I agree. Yes, Thomas, you have many friends, Thomas. You have many friends now. Yeah, good trading is, Martin, good trading looks boring. Like that's the fact of the matter. Good trading looks boring. It's not highly entertaining, and it should look boring. Yeah, Thomas, I mean, eventually when there's enough people that are ready and willing, I know Kevin and I have talked about having a meetup at some point. Kevin actually doesn't live far from me. He and I could meet up at almost any time. You know, it'd be a half-hour, 40-minute drive for each of us if we met halfway. But yeah, if there's enough interest, we could do a meetup. The problem that we have is a lot of our viewers live in the UK. A lot of the people here live in the UK, and in Phoenix's case, he lives in India, I believe. I know there's someone in Seeking Kappa that's from Cyprus. You know, some live all the way out in California, so we're all over the globe. Yeah, there's a lot from the UK. There's a lot of the viewers here from the UK. You know, and eventually, when the numbers are a little bit bigger, that would be definitely something we could think about doing. You know, and everybody's financial situation is different, so I don't want to expect that, nor am I going to pay for 40 people to go to Vegas on my own time. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go to London. I'd love to have a meetup in London, or in the UK somewhere, or in Europe somewhere. That'd be fun. It'd be really fun. You know, I think round trip right now to fly from here to London is not that much. I want to say it's less than $800. Going to TBM's conference next year. I did tell Matt that I would go. And Matt and I have talked about him possibly coming for the Derby next year here in Kentucky. Meet up in South Africa. But I actually haven't talked to Matt a whole lot recently. He's a busy guy. I sort of let him do his thing. Yeah, Mason, maybe we could do a Scotland meetup. That would be fun. It looks beautiful there. I've never been. Philly meetup. I don't know where we would do a meetup. That's a good question. That is a good question. I mean, it seems like traders are always either going to Vegas or Miami for meetups. Those seem to be the two hot place destinations that people want to go. I think what would be fun is to do like either a, I mean, I know it doesn't, like weather-wise might not be the best, but would be to do like a Chicago meetup or a New York, so we could either do a tour of either A, Wall Street, or B, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Go tour Top Steps facilities. Top Step office takeover. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I only see longs right now, but I don't want to be longing up into these levels up here. Reason being is we have these tops that could very easily reject, especially if we're range bound. I just don't want to do that. You know, longing into these lows here, which seemed like a pretty strong break. Retest, hold for another short entry. I don't want to be longing into these levels. I would need to see a clean break above like 740 to 760 in order to hop on the long up at these prices. Just do a long on Top Step TV. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I'm not sure. I mean, it'd be good for publicity and like marketing reasons and stuff like that. Good for visibility. Probably gain a few subscribers that way. But I don't know that I even have the following right now to warrant them wanting to bring me on. I'm sure they would provide me an affiliate link. Oh, Phoenix, sorry, brother. It's all right. You'll get it back. I have faith. Yeah, it's been rough. There was really, I mean, good entry was down here, but it happened so fast and it was so heavy coming down into this level that that's not what you want to see. What I would have wanted to see down here was it to hold, come back up to say value area low, and then come back down and hold above 540 for a long. It just happened too fast. And this one on the open, this little sell-off on the open to long here, just, it didn't make sense to me to get in a position there. But this is part of trading, guys. There's days where I don't find anything. No, Nimkin's 550. While it worked out, that wouldn't be anywhere that I would execute a trade. And I've been catching flack for executing outside of my levels anyway, so I'll be executing at my levels. Yeah, Chuck. I mean, if like I said, if we get another push up into this area and it holds below, like we don't create a new high, yeah, the short back down would make sense. You got sellers stepping in. The only problem is we still got a little bit more liquidity higher that I think might be the draw. And we could just be coming down here to collect these buyers and then move back up. Yeah, Dave, I agree. I needed it to run the overnight lows. And I'm not going to be forcing anything being this close to having this combine wrapped up. Need to get out of this combine. Need to start going back to trading how I normally trade. Or how I'm comfortable trading. I knew what you meant, Dave. I knew you meant overnight high. Yeah, overnight lows are a ways away. But like I said, guys, I normally execute, I don't know, 3 to 5 times a day, maybe. Why do I have a what haircut? A Mo haircut? Oh, that's funny. No, we've all seen what kind of hair I have. Why does the break and retest hold make me feel more confident? Ben, it's just I've seen it play out time and time again. It seems to be a really high probability setup. You know, when I see that pattern set up, it's probably 80 to 90% success rate as far as when I've taken it, which is why I like it. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to skew the odds in our favor. And it works on every chart, every symbol. That's why I like it, because it's not just the NQ that reacts that way. It's nearly any symbol that you're going to look at in the market is going to move that way, aside from maybe crypto or things that are really illiquid. Yeah, Mo from Three Stooges. That's funny. Yep, I have a hat on. Didn't feel like rocking the bed head today. Or forcing you guys to look at the bed head today. Not so much me. I could care less, but... But yeah, Ben, I like to see multiple tests. The more tests, the better. Which is why you like a break and retest. Because it's a draw on liquidity, the rise up, the attempt from the sellers to come back down, and buyers to force it back up. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It's probably the easiest explanation I could give. Well, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm going to catch a trade here on stream today. It's looking like a range chop day. It didn't get... Price never got as high as I wanted. And now it's coming off that 680. Never retested. Heading back towards VWAP. I know I'll sit here and wait for IBH to see if it plays out, Dave. But if price bounces back up here and heads back towards that 680, 700 level, I'm probably going to end the stream here and go get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry. I mean, the ES is more influencing the NQ right now than vice versa. I mean, if you're looking at ES levels and you look at where price just bounced there on both, that's a hold. So this is trying to act as support now. And that's why I watch both simultaneously. Oh, I can't wait to be done with this combine. I'm so tired of this thing. I'm so tired of this combine. I mean, what am I all in now on this combine on the live streams? $200? Then I gotta spend $150 to activate it, roughly. So I'll be $350 all in if I can pass it. You know what I also realized is my webcam is not good for changing the shot. There's no way to get the autofocus and the white balance off. I mean, it does a really good job of balancing everything out on its own, but there's no way to individually adjust those settings on my webcam. So I might be in the market for a new camera here soon. Or a new webcam. One of the two. Yeah, Nimkins, I tried. It's the I did a little research as well on the internet. It's the model that I have. I have the C920 from Logitech, but it's the E model and not the Pro model, and not the Pro HD model. Yeah, Ben, it's the Logitech C920E. It shoots in 1080p. It does a pretty good job of balancing and everything, but there's just no way to really adjust the autofocus and the auto white balance, or the auto low light. unless I do it through OBS, which if I do it through OBS, those settings don't save. So I'd have to do it every time that I launched OBS, is go through and adjust everything. You know, the focus, the exposure, the white balance. I'd have to go through and manually change all that every single time I started up my computer. And I'm just not going to do that. I'd rather just buy a new camera. Nimkins, my the webcam does currently. Yeah, it's cheap. It's a cheap webcam. I wasn't about to drop a ton of money on a webcam when I didn't know how successful or how much I was going to enjoy live streaming. There was no sense in doing that, or what kind of following that we had. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and spend $3 grand to set up a whole studio and buy all the lighting and expensive camera equipment without having some sort of success first. Donna, am I looking at the 680 area? No, I think if we go back up there, we're probably running up to like 700, beyond 700. Yeah, I almost even think like, even if I wanted to spend like 150 bucks and just get the Logitech Brio 4K, I want to say it does a pretty good job. It would have a little wider field of view, I think, but it would be a glass lens rather than what you see here out of this one, which is a plastic lens. And I think that has a lot to do with the focus. Or at least from what I've heard. I mean, eventually the end goal is just to have a DSLR camera, but those are like $800, and I'm not spending $800 on a camera right now. Not until I have more subscribers and viewers. So if you guys want better production, you better steal all your friends' phones and hit that subscribe button on my channel. Friends and family, you steal all their phones and hit the subscribe button and say don't worry about it. I don't even care if they watch the content. We just need subscribers. And lots of them. I'm half tempted to just go down to the local Walmart dressed as a bum with a cardboard sign that says subscribe to my YouTube channel and sit there and film it and put that out for content and see how many views that thing gets in comparison to my trading. I mean, just to reach the point where like you guys can do super chats, we have to have 500 subscribers. And really, to make any kind of money from YouTube itself, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours. Bring a QR code with me? Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know how to do any of that, Ben. Like set up a QR code for that'll link them to my channel. A day one bet. Yeah. Yeah, we could set up things like that because we'd be able to do, like, you guys would be able to do at that point super chats, and we'd be able to have a membership where like we're able to hide all the live streams behind for members only. There would be members only type stuff going on, kind of like what TBM has. Martin, you can. I'm not gonna go that route though. I want it to be organic. Are you kidding me? I want people who want to be here, not just like buying subscribers just so my channel looks bigger than what it really is. I do realize to some extent we will have to play the game, which is why we're trying to do all the fancy edit. Mason is trying to do all the fancy editing and things of that nature, and I'll probably have to do the cheesy thumbnails as well, which I don't want to do. Because golly, taking those pictures is going to be... Oh, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. Let's put it that way. I almost thought about just taking a selfie and going through some AI thing where they can just configure all the shots for me rather than actually having to pose and take emotional shots like that. I am the least photogenic person you'll ever meet. I am terrible at taking pictures. Yeah, Ben, I don't know what Mason has done. I haven't looked at... I know he has posted a short or two over on TikTok. I don't know if he's posted anything on Instagram at all. He's a busy guy. He's a busy guy. So it's not like I'm hounding him to get content out. I'm letting him do what he wants to do when he has time right now. And I know nothing about social medias. I don't have any personal social medias at all. I was off the grid until currently. It never interested me at all. Anybody that was important to me in my real life has my phone number. Call me. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, Ben, but I have a feeling the ones that are going to subscribe aren't going to be the older people. It's going to be the younger kids is where we're going to get the volume that we need that will hit the subscribe button. Unfortunately, because let's face it, who's getting into the prop firm futures realm right now? Well, it's the 19 to 21 year olds. That's where the biggest influx. That's why Matt went to Apex. You know, it's low cost of admission, almost the gambler's edge kind of deal. Yep, Nim, you are important. you have my phone number now. Oh, guys, it doesn't look like I'm gonna catch a trade. At least not today. There's always tomorrow. So hopefully we can finish this thing tomorrow. But I am gonna end the live stream there. Thanks for hanging out and chilling. I realize it was pretty uneventful today, but hopefully tomorrow will be better and give us a little better opportunity, a little bit clearer opportunities. With that being said, I'm going to end the live stream there. I will see you all tomorrow at 9:20 a.m. Eastern Standard, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Peace.